It's official as Florida eliminates Medicaid coverage for LGBTQ+, including threats to doctors. Queer News Tonight previously reported on the Florida Medical Board's vote to ban Medicaid from covering gender-affirming care. The policy has now been finalized and will go into effect on August 21st. The new state regulations state that doctors cannot be reimbursed by Medicaid for providing puberty blockers, hormones, and hormone antagonists, sex reassignment surgeries, and any other procedures that alter primary or secondary sexual characteristics. When the policy goes into effect, gender-affirming care costs will have to be paid for out of pocket by patients on Medicaid. Many opponents are calling this a poverty tax on the transgender community, as only individuals who are classified as low income or very low income qualify.
This is completely absurd, crazy, ridiculous. Think about it. Who needs Medicaid?
Of course.
Okay?
Low income.
People with income issues, right? So, I mean, who's going to have the money to pay this out of pocket? You know? And then let's take that a step further. How are they going to find a doctor to even give them these meds, because they're going after the doctor's licenses as well? So
and there won't be no reimbursement,
and they might lose their license, Greg. So people are not even going to take the chance on you to help you or your family in any way.
And this takes place in just days. This isn't something we're talking about.
It's less than a week. Less than a week.
6 days from now, that people will lose their coverage.
Yeah.
No, and what's really sad is that this is being packaged as basically, the campaign against young trans and adolescent trans kids, and they don't understand that. There's not enough education. They're scared of what they're possibly thinking, the thoughts behind what are we doing, if a child wants reassignment surgery and there's a lot of, I feel like, societal conversation that needs to be had around this. Talk about creating a solution, but we have to educate, because I can understand everyone's perspective, and it's scary to think, how am I going to get hormone blockers for my 9-year-old? You know what I mean? And as a parent, I don't have children, so I get how the conservatives are presenting this and feeding the fear and the unknowing, right?
Yep.
So I think it's really important that we get some information out there so people understand this topic. And this is a huge hurdle. But you have to wonder, have to turn it over.
Will they even pay attention once they have this information? Because they have it. They've already had it, and they've overlooked it, or they've ignored it. That's the thing.
Well, they are ignoring it. And DeSantis this goes to the Don't Say Gay bill. This is part of the anti-trans bill. This is about, we're talking about it from a human rights perspective. He's not seeing it as human rights perspective, and he isn't listening to the experts, because they put them together, as we talked about last week. There's a medical panel that reviewed this, and he's chosen to ignore the facts and taking away the rights of parents. A parent cannot make this decision lightly. If they're allowing their children who need their support and approval to do this, the parents have put a lot into it. So to suggest that this is sort of a willy-nilly, I just made the decision.
I woke up today.
And you know what? I'd love for my son to be a girl. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. But that's not how it's
well, they put it.
And the bottom line is human beings should have the right to access healthcare no matter what, right? And then if we're talking about healthcare in general, then you're talking about, everybody uses self-care and they put on their little TikToks or whatever, this is my self-care, but mental health and emotional health, that is all something that needs to be taken into consideration. And so maybe you're not giving the drugs that are needed or what hormone blockers that are needed, but you are causing emotional and mental trauma to this family, not just the child in question either.
Look, the Trevor Project tells us every year about how suicides among LGBTQ plus folks are higher than cisgender straight kids, right? Now you throw into the whole midst of things that kids can't go to school and be their true authentic selves. Then their teachers can't give them a safe space to be their true authentic self, right? Then you're going to throw into the mix that I have started on this journey to be my true authentic self by taking certain blockers and taking certain medications, and halfway through now I have to stop.
Right.
We're going to see the after effects of this for a long time.
Yes.
And the body
Kids
count.
are going to die.
The body count is going to be horrifying, really and truly.
Sad. We will be watching this story, of course, as it continues to unfold.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.